Hey guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. If you're new here, you're so welcome. My name is Jemima Okai. I'm a confidence coach and a public speaker. I'm also a daughter of God, helping other people to fearlessly live purposefully. And today, I'm just going straight into it because we have been on a series of knowing our identity, getting to know ourselves better. And as we are ending this series, there's certain questions that I'm trying to respond to help you to, reinstate this really much into your life and not just listen to it and hear of it and not being able to practicalize it in your life. And one of the key things that I get as the feedback or questions from the videos that I've been making is how to remove the mental roadblocks of our identity. It's like we already have things that we have attached ourselves to, so it's becoming difficult. Roadblocks are things that are impeding progress, impeding you to for you to become your best possible self, your identity, knowing who you are. And so we are going to look at what are some of the mental roadblocks that are affecting you and how you can remove it. It's all about, first of all, understanding the perspective of which you understand this topic of identity. Okay, you being created, like from the beginning we've mentioned that the only person that can talk about your identity is God. And if God is the one that created you and can talk about identity, he has an identity for you, definitely, right? He has an identity definitely for you. And in another video, I'll share about how to now understand it, and you can even create your own sort of identity panel or calendar or something, a board. Okay, but before that, let's remove all the roadblocks, the things that are impeding your progress into living in your identity. Do you understand? And so the first thing I want to say is that many of us are struggling to rebirth ourselves after we've gone through different phases of our life. Okay, and because we maybe you are hearing this, maybe you are 32, 28, 25, and because you have lived a particular lifestyle for a very long time, you have abased in it so much that it is becoming difficult for you to now embrace your real self, especially because you became who you are now because you didn't know who you really are. And so that has been the old model, and which I hope by the help of this video is helping to make the old model obsolete, right? You're not living in your real identity. Okay, and so some of the mental roadblocks that are affecting us from rebirthing, for being the best version of ourselves, is, first of all, I want you to know the first thing is that you are not your past. You are not your past. Listen, no matter how old you are, the years that are behind you are lesser than the years that are ahead of you. There is a lot in your life, or there is a lot more for you to experience, for you to say that your whole self, your whole being, let's say if God gave each and every one of us, let's say 70 years to live, you cannot tell me that your whole being is that past 25 years of your life. Okay, you cannot tell me that your whole being is about those experiences you had, whether in school, at work, with your friends, relationships and all that. You cannot tell me that those various experiences are what make you who you are. You know, your past are life experiences that teaches you so many things. It helps you to, now distill the things that you really want to stick to, and then some of the things that you have, lessons you have to learn from. We become better. It's like we are gold. We become better by going through fire. And so sometimes we have to go through all those meandering aspects of our life so that we can find the right path. Okay, and I'm believing that you are here watching this video, for instance, because you have been going through that path, and now you have come to a point where your mental state of mind, your being, everything is now aligning and ready to receive who you really are. And so your past, let it be there. Learn from it. Let the lessons guide you, for the future, and be grateful to God that you are still alive. Because I think that the most important thing we have to remember in our journey on earth is the fact that we have life, and we have blood flowing through our veins, and then also we are healthy. So far as you have life and you're healthy, my dear, your past, let it be there. The experiences, let them be, learn from it, and move beyond that. Okay, so move behind your past. You are not your past. And the second thing is that you are not your challenges. You are not your challenges. Your challenges are things that, you didn't have the capacity to overcome it. Okay. And so they sort of beat you. The fact that they've beaten you doesn't mean that they now have become part of you. Right? Like I said in the first point, your past, you should just take the experiences that you can get out from it, the lessons, so that you can build on the future. So your challenges, for instance, you are not your losses. If you were growing a business and you failed at it, you are not the loss. Okay. If you were going through a relationship and the relationship didn't work out to what you were thinking of, or the end goal you had in mind, it is not you. That is not you. If your mother always talked down on you, that is not you. Those are challenges. If you've attempted suicide, if you used to look down upon yourself, those are not you. Those are challenges, and challenges are definitely bound to happen in our walk on earth. Even the Bible says that there is no temptation that will overtake you that is uncommon to man. That means that even your challenges God already knew that you will face those challenges, but He wants you to know that that challenge you are going through, it is not new. There is nothing new under the sun. That is why the Bible is a collection of various deep happenstances in life, right? That we can learn from. You see, so the challenges we are going through, then it is not uncommon to man. And the beautiful thing is that God, yeah, He's faithful, and He will not let you go through anything that is beyond you. And even when you go through it, He will help you come out of it. And so after He's helped you to come out of it, why do you abase in it? You see, so you are not your challenges. That's the point two. Then the point three is that you are not your financial status. Let's get this and get this straight. This is one of the things that are really affecting so many people. In our previous video, I remember I mentioned that two of the things that most people are fighting for is time and money, right? Some people have time, they don't have the money to, use the time to make wealth. Some people have the money, but they don't have the time to use it to do other things, right? And one of the things I want you to know is that so far as you have gifts and talent and a purpose and you are a genius on earth, it may take time for you to translate these things into money or into wealth. Okay. But one thing you should always remember that you see, finances are things that comes and go. It doesn't stay all the time until you have mastered the process to keep it going for you. Okay. And so as you are on their journey, on your journey of becoming the best possible self of yours, or the best version of yourself, living in your identity, you should know that it may take time for your gift talents to start making money. And the fact that they've not started making money to the level to which you'll be accepted by the society doesn't make you like a pauper, doesn't define you. One thing you should know is that when you stick continuously, right, to your talent, to your gift, and make use of it, learn it, understand it, and be able to become a master of it, it will translate into money gradually. And so the fact that you haven't gotten there yet doesn't define you. So I don't define myself for whether I have made billions, or I walk on top of the earth thinking that I have arrived or something. Or neither should you think that the fact that you've made certain money or whatever level you have not arrived, or you are nowhere. Life is a journey, and every time or every stage you are in is a place to appreciate God for. So you have to be able to you have to understand that your ability to be able to create wealth, it's in your design, right? So you have the ability to create the wealth. It means also that you are already wealthy. Surely, do you understand? It means that you are already wealthy. Your ability to create wealth, it's being in your design. It's like it's in your DNA. Definitely, it will manifest. So when you are basing your identity in God, this is the best way to live life. And you remember that you would have to then co-create with God, who is the manufacturer and the one that has given you your identity. So the fact that you haven't had a materialization or a manifestation of your financial status or of wealth doesn't mean you are not wealthy. Do you understand? Because it is already in your DNA, so you have it already, and you're gonna co-create with God to let it be manifested. So you are not your financial status. You are not your what? Financial status. And the fourth thing is that you are not your impact, dearly beloved. We should remember and know that we are not our impact, because some people think that to be to believe in purpose means to impact so many people, thousands of people. Listen, some of us are called to impacting millions, billions of people, right? And some people are called to disciple, nurture, mentor, coach a few people who would then create or impact thousands of people. So you cannot even say that the fact that there's this popular woman of God impacting 10,000 billion, and then there is that your pastor's wife, meaning that they're totally different, or one is better than the other. Everybody's path is different, and your pastor who isn't impacting thousands of people but impacting the lives of 50, 20, 100, 200 is maybe called to nurture people, disciple people, and mentor people, right? Few people who will then become the externalities, will go on to also impact, let's say, extra 10, extra 10, extra 10, extra 10. Then there's a connection. You know the price of nurturing somebody, helping them day in, day out, meeting them every day. There is a lot that goes into it, and that lifetime is also very impactful. So your impact is not about the size, whether you've done it big time or those small group of people that you're mentoring. You may be called to those small groups, and God will use that to, help you manifest what He's already deposited in you. Okay, so you are not your impact, quote unquote, your size, whether you're taking awards and all that. And because of that, I don't think I would ever identify myself in awards, right? I would want to identify myself in my purpose, what I have been made to do, right? And I think that is one of the best ways to go about it. Okay. And the fifth and last point that I want to make is that let's remove this roadblock of the fact that you limit yourself to your visionary expression. My coach, DDK, if you may know her or not, you can look out for her. She always says that you are beyond your visionary expression. There is a lot more God has put inside of you, and for you to say that, okay, I'm made to teach public speaking, so all my life is about public speaking. No, 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 no. It's one of my expression, my visionary expression, and I am more and beyond public speaking, teaching public speaking. So I don't want to be caged in that I'm only a public speaking coach. I am more than that. I can do other things. I can even teach you cooking. Do you understand? So my identity is not in my visionary expression. You are not the things that you create. You're not the business you create. Even Steve Jobs, right? Listen, Steve Jobs, for example, he founded Apple. But did you know that after some time, he was ousted out of the company? If Steve Jobs could only identify himself to Apple, he would have been a dead man at that time. But still, he went on to create other wonderful things. Let's come back home in Ghana here, right? PK Amwabe, Captain, or is it Major PK Amwabe, founder of UT Bank, right? if you follow his story, his journey, and the things that he's training, I always look at him and I'm amazed, and I can understand, and he actually lives to it. Then you know your visionary expression. The fact that he created a bank and the bank didn't succeed. No, I don't use the word succeed, because the bank might have been successful. Okay, so let's say the bank is no more in operation. The fact that he created a bank and the bank is no more in operation doesn't define him. He's not defined by UT Bank and the status of UT Bank. He is a man of his own. He's a human being of his own. And there are lots more in him. So now you see what he's doing. He's on coaching people, helping people to become leaders. And I hear that it was his exceptional leadership that made UT Bank UT Bank. So he can actually go into another organization, another business, another financial institution, or whatever he may be interested in, and make that thing extraordinary. And his identity is not limited to UT Bank. I hope you understand. The man himself, the design, the human being himself is exceptional and is separated from his visionary expression. So the fact that you are an administrator, a banker, a lawyer, you are not your visionary expression. Don't limit yourself to it. That's why a lot of people, let's say when they quit their job or they are laid off, then now they struggle to find themselves again. Of course, when you are breaking from your normal routine, it's a turbulent period and all that. But if you're not able to now re-express yourself in another way, then that is where the challenge is. Because some people will be like, oh, they lost their job and they couldn't find their feet again, and they end up on drugs. The fact that you didn't find your feet again means that you don't know your identity and you don't know who you are. Because we have seen people who lost those various routines they had, whether in job or whatever it is, and have re-expressed themselves into other ventures. So you're not your visionary expression, you are beyond that, and there is a lot more in you. My coach DDK always says that, you don't have to limit yourself to, let's say, preaching. Now she has so many businesses. She has a clothing brand, perfume brand, she's writing books, she's gone to conferences, coaching. You can't be more. Don't limit yourself. Yeah, don't limit yourself, because God in his essence has got a lot in you which has to come out. And so if you limit yourself to one or that of your visionary expression, you will be limiting God and the things that he can do through you. So I hope that we are able to remove all these roadblocks from our lives so that we can actually live on to be ourselves, to be who we really are, right? And be able to create extraordinary things. You will be able to confidently live purposefully. As you already know, we are tackling identity, and I hope that this video has helped you to really understand and remove all the roadblocks that are preventing you from confidently living purposefully. And so that's the end of the video. If you haven't liked it, please like it, subscribe to the channel, and continue to support us so that we can continue to create these wonderful videos to help you to become the best possible self, or your best version of yourself. Share this video to your friends and family, and comment down below some of the topics that you would want me to cover, and I'm happy to cover them. Let me know if you like this video in the comment section, and I would be happy to hear your feedback. So until the next video, stay good, be purposeful. You are not your past. Bye.